that was the intro to Return to Pooh Corner. That was by Kenny Loggins. And I just learned that yesterday. I used to just play it just like that. Yeah, I just used to play it without the intro. But I was looking at a recording yesterday, a live recording, and I noticed that Kenny was doing that. And so I thought I'd throw that in. I just learned it yesterday. I'll tab it out from my book. Return to Pooh Corner is a studio album that Kenny Loggins put out in 1994. I bought it back then. I really like Kenny Loggins. I mean, when I was growing up, you know, he first did House at Pooh Corner, and that was in 1971. He was with Jim Messina, and that was on the album Sittin' In. So he did a children's album that was released in 1994 called Return to Pooh Corner, and he redid this song because he had some children by then. And so he did this children's album. I really like it a lot. It was so fun. You know, I had children back then too. The intro he has these double stops. Then he goes to an E chord, then he has some double stops here. Then he has this F sharp, no, what is that? A B, it's kind of like a B7, but it's not all of the B7. And then he goes right into it. Christopher Robin and I walked along under branches lit up by the moon, posing our questions to our Lindior as our days disappeared all too soon. But I've wandered much further today than I should, and I can't seem to find my way back to the wood. So this is in the key of E major, and I really like it a lot. It's fun to play. Of course, you have to know your bar chords to be able to do it. E major, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, C sharp minor, back to F sharp minor, B7. I guess you could do I'm looking at the chat. Everybody's saying hi to each other. Bob and Scott and Dean and everybody. Dermot too. Yeah, no problem, Scott. That's fine. I understand. Okay, let's get back to this. B7, you could play it like this, or you could play it like this. Let's listen to. It's a little different. The voicing is a little different there, right? But they're still good chords. Let's see, what else? Oh, there's an A chord, and then there's an F sharp at the last line, the fourth line on that first verse. Can't seem to find my way back to the wood. That F sharp is what we call a secondary dominant. It's the 5 of B. So we got this F sharp going to B7. And let me see, is there any other chords? Oh yeah, there's a D chord. And that's in the chorus. We'll talk about that in just a second. What I do is I finger pick it. Let me get the camera a little closer so you can see exactly what I'm doing. I'm using a technique that I use all the time. In fact, I'm using all 5 of my fingers. My thumb, my index, my middle, my ring, and my pinky. So I've got E. I'm skipping over that A string right there because I'm playing the E string, D string, the G, B, and E strings, and then going back to D. I call this rocking back and forth. F sharp minor, G sharp minor, C sharp minor, F sharp minor, B7, E. Now let me me sing and play that so you can hear it. It's like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll explain that last chord in just a second. Christopher Robin and I walked along under branches lit up by the moon. So right there, what I do on that E chord, instead of playing all the way up to the E string, I'm playing G and B strings, back to D string, and then I play the E string and the B string. It gives you more variety when you do that. Christopher Robin and I walked along under branches lit up by the moon. Now we'll do the next line. Posing our questions to Owl and Eeyore as our days disappeared all too soon. If you like this, give me a thumbs up, please. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe to my channel. You know, I'd love to get to 100,000 subscribers, and you can help. Hello, Alexander. How you doing? After those two verses, then we have C sharp minor again. But I've wandered much further today than I should. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. The end of that, those other lines, when I did the E chord, instead of, I did 1, 2, 3, and then A. And I can't seem to find my way back to the wood. Oops, back to the, forgot the F sharp. I made it an F sharp minor. Wood. Now let's do the chorus. So help me if you can, I've got to get back to the house at Pooh Corner by 1. You'd be surprised, there's so much to be done. So this is 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now you can pluck these 4 fingers, or you can put your pinky in if you want to also, like that, or you could take these 3 fingers and move them to the high strings, the G, B, and E string. Right? Or you can put them on these 3 strings, D, G, and B. In the verse we went E, F sharp minor, G sharp minor. In the chorus it goes E, G sharp minor, F sharp minor, B7. So it has a little bit different order. Help me if you can, I've got to get back to the house at Pooh Corner by 1. You'd be surprised, there's so much to be done. Now it changes. Count all the bees in the hive, chase all the clouds from the sky. Back to the days of Christopher Robin and Pooh. Now that's when I change. So on the third line, count all the bees in the hive. Now right there, same thing I've been doing, and then the E. Yeah, thanks Bob, hit the like button, that'd be great. Chase all the clouds from the sky. And then A. This is 2 beats. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to the days of Christopher Robin and Pooh. D chord. So I'm just playing a regular D chord. Just up and back. You know, when I go like this, I'm actually going up in pitch, right? You understand that? That's not down, that's up on the guitar. And then I do the B7, I play the B7. So I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. A little bit of a retard right there, we slow down, and then we go into verse 2. Winnie the Pooh doesn't know what to do, got a honey jar stuck on his nose. Right? And so, all of these verses are the same. They're all the same, and the choruses are all the same. There's verse 1, chorus, verse 2, chorus, verse 3, chorus, and then an ending. Now, in House on Pooh Corner, or something like that, I think that's what it was called, Kenny didn't do it exactly the same. He added a verse for this album that he did, the Return to Pooh Corner album that he did in 1994. You go through the 2 verses that he does. The 3rd verse is like this, and he does it very freely. It's not like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's not like that. It's very, when I say freely, rubato, that's another word for it. It's hard to explain how a few precious things seems to follow throughout all our lives. Of course, I'm still using this same, what's the word that I want? I'm still thinking about the same beats. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. But right there, I was just doing that arpeggio instead of, because it's a little different. You can do different things like that, especially if you're doing a lot of rubato and doing it very freely. It's hard to explain how a few precious things seem to follow throughout all our lives. After all said and done, I was watching my son, sleeping there with my bear by his side. So I tucked him in, I kissed him, but as I was gone, I'd swear that old bear whispered, "Boy, welcome home." And then he goes into the chorus. Believe me if you can, I finally come back to the house at Pooh Corner by 1. And what do you know, there's so much... I'm sorry. Okay, I'm tearing up a little bit because, I have some kids. And this brings back memories of what I used to do with my children. Okay, I'll be all right. What do you know? There's so much to be done. Count all the keys in the hive. Chase all the clouds from the sky. Now right here, what he does is he goes back to the days of Christopher Robin. Back to the ways of Christopher Robin. Back to the Back to the days of Pooh. And then that's the end of that. Now he does, all right, I got tears in my eyes, I can't see. Did you know I was a softie? He does this little thing at the end where he has these chords. Something like that. That last little section, he does his regular chorus. Instead of doing, back to the days of Christopher Robin and Pooh. He does back to the days of Christopher Robin. This is actually what we call a deceptive cadence because we're not ending it on the 5 chord like that. We're doing A, B7, G sharp minor, C sharp minor, which is the 6th chord, and then he does it again. Same, it goes back again. Back to the ways of Christopher Robin. Back to the days of Pooh. Sorry, B7. Days of Pooh. That's your... It's a deceptive cadence right there. Ooh, another deceptive cadence. Ooh. Then does the C sharp minor and goes 6, 5, 4, 2, 5, 1. Ooh. That's right. That's true, Dermot. Nothing like music to evoke memories. I love this song. It just goes right to my heart. It's really great. Now, you can always sing it an octave lower if you can't sing that high. It's stretching me a little bit this morning. Christopher Robin and I walked along under bread. I can't sing it that low. So what do? Well, you either change the key. If you change the key, then this part right here, right, that will actually have to change. But one thing I like to do, you could just take it down a full step or 2 semitones. That's it. 2 semitones. Instead of an E chord, Christopher Robin and I walked along. I'm going to show you really quick how to transpose this quickly. You can change it into the key of D. Christopher Robin and I walked along. Now what happens is that box right there where you have F sharp minor, G sharp minor, C sharp minor, and B7, if you put a capo, where's my capo? There's my capo. This is the capo I have it was hidden over there on that other side. So if I put a capo here and don't use my finger, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, C sharp minor, and B7, right? Okay, well what does it look like though? If I pretend that this is the end of my guitar, it looks like E minor, F sharp minor, B minor, A7. And what is this chord? Looks like an E chord, but guess what? If you check out that note right there, did I say it looks like an E chord? It looks like a D chord. It's actually an E. This is an E chord, right? Christopher Robin and I walked along under branches lit up by the moon. So guess what? We can take this off and do this. Christopher Robin and I walked along under branches lit up by the moon, posing our questions to Al and Eeyore as our days disappeared all too soon. But I've wandered much further today than I should. So what happens is that everything goes down 2 frets. Your E is a D, your F sharp minor is an E minor, your G sharp minor is an F sharp minor, your C sharp minor is a B minor now, and let's see, your B7 is an A7. Let's see, but I've wandered much further today than I should, and I can't seem, let's see, would be a G, an A chord turns into a G, can't seem to find my way back, the F sharp minor, excuse me, the F sharp is now an E, back to the wood. So what I've done is I've actually transposed that, and I'm actually just looking at this, which is in the key of E. So I'm actually thinking, okay, the E chord is a D, and then I'm imagining that the capo's on the 2nd fret, and I'm just playing, right? And I'm transposing just immediately. You can do that too. You can do it. Thanks for being here. We'll talk to you later. Okay, see ya. Let's see if I can play this again. I have to practice it. Oops. I really got to work on it.